Hello and welcome to episode 4, the next in our informative Pensions and Protection series in association with Royal London, where we explore challenges and solutions to help advisors grow their business and deliver client value in challenging market conditions. In this episode, I'm building on the previous episodes. Please listen if you haven't already. We'll reflect on a year that has brought notable change to pensions and the impact this has had on advisors and their advice to clients. We'll focus on how providers can support and collaborate with advisors through an ever-changing pensions landscape whilst enduring financial resilience for their clients. Hello and welcome to the Pensions and Protection podcast. In today's episode, I'm joined by Fiona Hanrahan, Senior Intermediary and Technical Manager, and Ken Scott, Head of Investment Solutions, both from Royal London. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us, Kim.
So Fiona, do you want to start off by giving us a bit of an introduction into yourself?
Hi there. As you said, I'm Fiona. I'm in the intermediary development and technical team, and our normal job is to go out and about and present at events or do similar presentations via webinar. My area of expertise is pensions, but I also have protection colleagues as well. We also write articles or provide insights, for example, on the spring budget or the autumn statement and what that means for pensions or other taxation matters.
Okay. And Ken?
Hi. I'm Ken Scott. As you said, I lead the investment solutions team here at Royal London. So my team and I are responsible for designing and maintaining the range of investments that we offer to both workplace and individual pension customers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm going to start off by kind of talking a bit more about pensions. So it's been a year of change in the pensions world, and there is definitely more to come. So how can advisors keep up to date with what's happening?
Okay then, pension freedoms have had a huge effect on the choices that are available at retirement. However, the changes to the lifetime allowance will have an equal, if not even greater, impact on the way pensions work. And advisors, more than ever, need to understand and stay abreast of the effect that this could have on their clients' pensions and tax planning too. And our team is one of the busiest in the industry, and this year so far, we've delivered over 80 training sessions, either face-to-face or via webinar, to advisor firms on that spring budget, the changes, and beyond that. And our conversations have highlighted that by far advisors and their clients are more concerned about the uncertainty surrounding the lifetime allowance changes earlier this year than anything else. And it's difficult for advisors, to advise clients when that detailed legislation isn't available. And providers like Royal London and others recognise their role in continuing to help advisors understand the impact of the legislation changes for their clients and how they can continue to deliver some good value. But the good news is that help is at hand, and whether that's from our team providing insight and analysis articles, monthly webinars available on our dedicated CPD hub, or smaller events or regulatory and legislative insights are available as well online on the Royal London's Technical Central site.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure a lot of people will probably be turning to you to try and make sense of the lifetime allowance and whether
absolutely, I hope so,
will be staying in place or whether it's no longer going to, be staying in place. But Ken, I wanted to know from you, what topics and trends do you see arising, and what are providers like Royal London doing to support advisors?
Okay, so like Fiona said, I guess a budget can lead to a lot of uncertainty for advisors. So any changes in the market mean that advisors need to step back and understand those changes, the implications for their business and for their customers. So providers like ourselves at Royal London can help advisors get their heads around what can be quite complex changes sometimes. An advisor's key role is obviously supporting clients, and that means spending more time talking to the clients and understanding their individual circumstances. So the more quickly they can get their heads around and get to grips with the changes in the market or the regulatory landscape, the more quickly they can get back to that critical service that they provide. And I think this is where providers can help. We like to think that the kind of advisor support we offer has a real universal appeal to all advisors, but certainly it's going to be particularly useful for smaller advice firms that may not have the research facilities that larger firms do. To your question in terms of topics and trends, We can see the kind of articles that are most popular to advisors on our Technical Central pages. So recently, for example, this has been around annual allowance and tapered annual allowance for high earners, state pension, taxation relating to death benefits, pension death benefits. And then what we do is with that information, we try and tailor future content so that we know when we know what is most valuable. So at Royal London, for example, Sarah Pennell's recently ran a webinar on the state pension, which was really popular. And to make things easier for advisors, they can also point their clients in the direction of our dedicated state pension hub, where they can access a range of digital tools and resources designed for clients at no extra cost.
Right.
So I get, for advisors, there's often a plethora of information out there. Providers offer a wide range of technical content and webinars by way of support, but it's often finding the right information and digesting that can be a big job. And we've always seen real benefit in getting the likes of Fiona here along to advisor meetings to do really targeted education and to allow advisors to ask very specific questions directly to her. Obviously, I introduced myself as working on the investment side of the business, so I couldn't answer your question about trends without talking a wee bit about what's happening in the markets. But I think everyone knows that the investment markets have been in a bit of a roller coaster recently.
Yeah, definitely.
The significant events, like the initial COVID pandemic, the outbreak of the war in Ukraine, the September 22 mini budget, are all examples that have triggered market volatility. And then interest rates have now materially shifted in response to that global inflation, so that we've not only just been through a volatile patch in the market, but we've come out the other side into what's a different economic environment. The other kind of investment trends, so we've got growing interest in sustainability, both as a general principle across society, but specifically around sustainable investment. So sustainable funds were getting growing attention and growing flows, but clients that had selected these funds maybe just a few years ago will potentially have seen even more volatility in their performance. And then the last bit I was maybe going to mention there was that advisors have had real challenges supporting older clients who may have kind of moved into portfolios that hold more bonds, for example, as they get closer to retirement. And these traditionally safe, you can't see my air quotes, but safer investments have suffered some of the largest losses last year. So all in all, advisors are having to increasingly spend time explaining and reassuring to clients in the face of that experience. And again, at Royal London, we've reacted to these challenges by creating more content to help advisors with those conversations. Yeah.
And previously, in another episode, we discussed a bit about advisors' businesses. So in your experience, how can advisors partner with providers such as Royal London to identify opportunities to grow their business?
Okay. So there was a simple example of this back in episode 1. Wasn't the one that I was on. I was on episode 2, but episode 1, that was good too.
So it was okay.
It was okay. Sarah and Claire talked there about how we consistently found that most people aren't making cutbacks in their pension contributions. So although approximately 1 in 10 were telling us that they were considering cutbacks to their pensions, only actually 1 in 20 or so were actually doing so. And it's highlighting differences like this that give a real opportunity for advisors to engage with their clients and feed in where they can offer valuable support. I think more generally, I would say that at Royal London, our pensions offer great value for money, obviously, which helps advisors to build better financial futures for their clients. Often when we talk about value for money, one of the first things that comes up is profit share, which is obviously a prominent feature of the proposition. I guess it's just in some ways the most visible and quantifiable mutual benefit. It's basically where we believe that where we're successful, we believe our customers should share in that success. So when we do well, we aim to boost eligible customers' pension savings by adding a share of their profits each year. That's what we call profit share. But obviously, value for money in aggregate is more than just net costs. So demonstrating overall value is really important, and even more so now in a world where consumer duty exists. Back in my home turf on the investments landscape, at the heart of Royal London's pensions is our investment offering. And the core of that is the governed range, which is a range of sophisticated multi-asset portfolios which are focused on providing the right outcome for clients' long-term savings. clients can enjoy the peace of mind in the knowledge that the broad diversification and active management that we employ in those portfolios are there to build resilience in a wide range of market conditions and to maximise long-term real returns for a given level of risk. So at Royal London, we know that we can be most effective when we're empowering those advisors we partner with to help them support more customers. And that's why we have a range of excellent communication support tools, reports, guidance capabilities, which allow advisors to take a more targeted and more scalable action on behalf of their clients. And all of that, as we've said before, is provided at no extra cost. Mm-hmm. So finally, just one last thing, if I can, I was going to mention is our financial wellbeing services. So yes. for workplace pensions, we have a focus on helping advisors both engage with employers and employees. Mm-hmm. So at Royal London, we developed a financial wellbeing service offering personalised financial guidance for employees through videos, guidance and tips and the like. And we also have a new benefits calculator, which was launched back in March. By the end of October, this had captured about 5.7 million of potential annualised benefit eligibility for customers who've engaged with it. So a couple of examples there, but really the point is that as well as supporting employees, i.e. the end users accessing these tools, we can add value to advisors by helping them demonstrate the overall value that the proposition gives to the employers that they support.
Right. Well, that sounds like a plethora of different tools that are necessary for advisors, clients, employees. And I'm also thinking about the fact that we are drawing very close to the end of 2023. So Fiona, I wanted to ask you, looking ahead to 2024, what decisions are advisors being faced with and what advice and support is available from industry providers?
Okay, there is really still a lot of uncertainty about next year, and advisors will definitely be considering the impact for their clients or trying to. And providers, including Royal London, will be poised to provide help for advisors so that they can help these clients. So look out for proactive and reactive thought leadership and insights from our technical team.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if there's anything else that you wanted to add to that.
Not for me.
No, I think that's good, Kim.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me today.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Cheers.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Pensions and Protection podcast series. We do hope that you enjoyed it. In the next episode, we'll be discussing why it's becoming increasingly important for protection providers to offer more than your clients might expect in terms of value and support. And if you'd like any further resources or support to help you grow your business and deliver value for your clients, visit advisor.royallondon.com/peoplepowered. See you next time.